Hey guys, welcome back to Hell World, where in the media this week we are seeing an apparent comeback of mask mandates and lockdowns. Now, these are just whispers here and there as conversation of a new COVID variant is on the rise. But as this conversation has been going on online and the media reporting this, my first thought has been no. It simply will not happen again. Canadians, Americans, I don't care who, they are not going to go through the economic turmoil, the mental health turmoil. There will be a revolt. There will be a violent revolution if this occurs again, in my opinion. But surprisingly, a lot of people have disagreed, saying, no, Lauren, we think Canadians will roll over time and time again. They will comply with their government. They have been so beaten into submission that they could just, bam, back into your houses and business closed like nothing. Now, I don't believe that's true. I just saw the good old Canadian professor Jordan Peterson come out and say mask mandates will come in over his dead body, so he's willing to die for the cause. And I happen to think most Canadians, after what they've been through, are more on his side than the world may think. So I'm here in Vancouver, BC, where I'm asking Canadians, will you comply if there's another lockdown?
Everyone's tired of COVID. This pandemic has sucked. These protests are not the way to get through it. This pandemic has sucked. They're not the story of this pandemic. This pandemic has sucked for all Canadians. This pandemic has sucked.
What is the main goal of the truckers here?
Freedom. It has to stop.
Where freedom from gets no.
It has to stop.
Let's say the Canadian government announced lockdown, mask mandates, all that again for this winter. Would you comply?
Hell no. No. I didn't get vaccinated. I'm like a conservative, and I don't know. I just think that they have an ulterior motive, and I'm not ready to go through that again. I'm not ready to be locked down inside, and like I lost my job from it, and just the effects like on mental health as well and stuff like that. So definitely no way.
No.
No? Why not?
I think it's done.
It's done?
It's done.
Probably not.
No, I don't think it's a good idea. No, it's not a good idea at all.
No.
Why not?
I just don't feel like it, I guess.
You're over it?
I'm over it.
You're over it.
Well over it. Yeah.
Canada announces lockdowns, masks, all that again. Are you going to comply?
No.
Why not?
No.
No.
What?
I said no.
Why not?
I don't want to.
But I've got a gun.
I don't care.
Doesn't make any sense.
Too bad.
Will you comply?
Absolutely not. I mean, I didn't in the first place. Absolutely not.
We're getting absolutely nods from over here, too. Can you film that?
Good.
You will lock down?
Yeah.
Really?
You want to live like slaves, eh?
You won't comply. Why?
Well, I think we already went through it, and I think the biggest thing is this: like, we all know why these countries, Canada, North America, United States, why they were founded. Trying to get away from the monarchy, trying to get away from, the kings and queens style, living more of like a freedom-based lifestyle. That's why we founded these countries, and I feel like we're giving that up when we comply with all that shit, and we're not really doing any justice to our forefathers or anything of the kind. So to me, it's really a slap in the face for everything that we stand for. I mean, at least myself and my family, everything I was kind of raised in, it goes against everything I suppose we were raised to represent. So it's not for me, but.
And you're from?
Saskatoon. If you've ever been out there, not a whole lot to see out there, but.
Rural Canada is holding it down.
No, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I grew up in a farming family, little towns, but I mean, they don't really fall for none of that shit out there. Right?
So let's say this winter the Canadian government send us back into lockdown and mask mandates. Will you guys comply?
No.
No?
No. I want to live my own life.
What do you think would happen? Do you think there'd be anarchy in the streets?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think so. Tons.
Will you comply if they do?
No, there's no way. This one, I work in a nightclub business, so I lost my job for 2 years. I got my job back, and I will fight that one. There's no way. I won't accept that anymore.
Do you think the average Canadian would accept it?
I don't think so. I don't think in the worldwide, the American, European, everybody is sick of that, and not anymore. It's done. I don't think people will go in the street and fight. Especially, I'm European, and we fight in the street for anything, and that will be a war. I guarantee. I'm not losing my job for another 2-3 years when they decide give me $2,000 a month that I'm supposed to live in Vancouver with. There's absolutely no way I will accept that. No way. I'm ready for battle.
We've seen what they do in Paris. You got to teach the Canadians.
Exactly. Like I will be showing people. I will be down the street burning garbages and everything, but they're not taking my job away again. For sure, no.
I wouldn't comply with like the masks and all of that.
Probably no. But if it's like serious and they have more evidence this time rather than just like throwing bullshit at us, I'm okay with it.
Would you guys comply?
We'd have to.
We would have to.
Do you think that there would be a revolt in Canada of some sort, like the truckers' convoy again, if it happened?
Yeah, I think there might be this time, yeah. I think people...
Much bigger. It'd be worse. Right.
I don't think it's going to be cut and dry this time, no.
Will you comply?
No. I don't think COVID was ever a thing, right? I think it's just government to be able to control us somehow. So I just think it's a government scam.
Will you guys comply?
No.
I won't be happy about it.
Will you guys comply if they do?
Probably. Yeah, it doesn't really inconvenience me in any way. It's not a huge deal. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't. It's just like another 20-second thing to do before I leave the house, so it's not huge.
Do you think the average Canadian would?
No.
No.
No,
I don't think so.
If it happens, would you comply?
No, not really, no. In terms of if you've been vaccinated twice, what's the point of having a mask, to be fair? And most of the masks that you wear are like the surgical masks, aren't they? And I think evidence suggests that they don't really do much, to be fair. So I wouldn't want to wear one, no.
Do you think that the average Canadian would comply if they brought back lockdowns?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think Canadians very, very friendly and very nice. It's like very subservient. They just do maybe as told, I think. Yeah.
Hey guys, so I just got back and I'm editing some of the clips here, and I gotta say, these have been some of the most bittersweet streeter interviews I have ever done. On one hand, awesome. Most people won't comply. Exactly what I predicted. Canadians have had enough. But on the other hand, it was a very defeated no that I got from most people. We are facing one of the worst cost of living crisis in this country in our history, and definitely the worst housing crisis in our history, compounded with the highest rates of mass immigration in the world per capita. Not sure what the government's thinking there, but it seems to be the usual behavior of our liberal government, just horrible decisions for the people. So while you're getting this, no, I'm not going to do this again, it destroyed my community, the economy, and my mental health, it's very much coming from a place of this country already feels over. Like, the no's are not, I'm going to fight back. There were a few people who said that. I'm going to fight this government. I'm going to fight for this country. I care about my community. There were no's of, I have nothing left in me. Like, yeah, drag me away, put me in jail, whatever. You've already taken it all from me. We have no homes. We have no economy. Like, what are you going to do? Give me Canadian healthcare, the goodbye kind of Canadian healthcare. People will take that over another lockdown. But there really isn't this sense of we are unified as Canadians. We have a goal and vision of success for this country that we're fighting for. It was more of a, this country is dying and it's on its last legs and I just don't want to do that again. And one of the things that really stood out to me when I was on the ground doing these interviews was the majority of people I spoke to, almost none of them, I don't even think one, was actually from Vancouver. Everyone that was born in these major hubs in Canada, Vancouver, Toronto, wherever it is, they've had to move. They can't afford to live there anymore. They can't afford the housing. They can't afford the food. And the people that are living there are barely making it as is. This country is so damaged from COVID, both financially, culturally, and psychologically, that the people just barely have it in them anymore. And that's why I think they won't comply. Not because we're unified and fighting for anything. And that is extremely depressing, extremely depressing. There seems to be absolutely no one in government that wants to reverse this either and move the Canadian psyche towards a collective dream, goal, and vision. It just feels like they're all keeping this Ponzi scheme up as much as possible, lining their pocketbooks, trying to win their campaigns to be the big face of the country while the Canadian people perpetually suffer. I guess the one thing you can take away from this that's positive is the people are of the same mind. Our government may have a different plan for us. They may be taking this country to hell in a handbasket, and they are, but the people know what's up. We know, they know, we know, we know, they know, we know, and we'll see if they can get away with it, I guess. God willing, they won't.